Hey y'all, today I'm going to be talking about things you need to know if you're going to a K-pop concert. And so basically in this video, I'm going to be covering what to bring, how general admission lines can work, how merch works, some freebies, and yeah, just some other hacks that I've kind of taken away from going to multiple K-pop concerts. So let's get into it. So I think the first thing I want to start off talking about is what you should be bringing, because I feel like getting into all the other stuff might take a little bit. So one of the main things you'll need is a bag. You'll need a bag. And this is my clear bag that I've been using for concerts since 2021, since I saw BTS in 2021. And I've never had a problem entering any venue with this bag and this size bag. So like, I can't tell you the exact measurements of it because I don't know. But if you look at this, this has never gotten denied. So a bag of this size, and some, like for some venues you can bring an even bigger bag. So just check your venue's policies. But yeah, you don't have to just go in with a wallet or anything like that. But on my next topic, aside from a clear bag, and also I cannot link where this bag is from because I got it from a boutique back when I was in college, and I've never been able to find it on their website after that. So also, I don't have it with me right now, but as far as bags go, I recommend a clear drawstring bag. For VIP gifts last year, ATEEZ gave out clear drawstring bags, and I wore mine down, so unfortunately I cannot be wearing it anymore because like it's literally about to rip. But it can be annoying having a bag like this like on your shoulder like during the whole concert. So a drawstring bag is great because your arms, you can be pretty free. You don't have to worry about it like dropping off your shoulders and stuff like that. So I highly recommend a clear drawstring bag. Next thing I'll recommend is, because you can't bring large bags most of the time, like even if they're clear, get you a card holder. This is a fake one, a fake Louis Vuitton when I got off the street in New York. But a card holder is great, a great substitution for your wallet because you already have a very small bag. So, and also another thing, a lot of venues seem to only accept cards nowadays, or they do like Apple Pay. They don't do cash. So if you're just gonna be bringing a card and your ID, also side note, if you have VIP, they're going to ask you for the purchaser's ID. So make sure you have your ID with you, or sorry for getting like off topic a bit, but if somebody else bought your VIP ticket for you, you'll need to have a picture of their ID or their actual ID. But anyways, you need to bring your ID if you're going to a concert anyways. So just get you a card wallet to put your ID in, like your cards in there, and this saves so much space that you'll need for other stuff, trust me. Next thing, I think most of you probably already know this, but a portable charger. I got this one from Walmart a few years ago, and honestly this one right here, and if I can find these things I'm showing you, I'll link them down below, and I think I should be able to find this one, but this one is a really good charger. I normally bring more than one portable charger because I've accumulated so many like over the past few years. So I normally bring like 2 portable chargers, or I'll bring another one in case a friend needs one. But this one, I've never had a problem with this lasting me throughout the concert. And I think it has like 4, it'll charge your phone up. I think this one might charge your phone up to 4 times, I believe. But a good portable charger, you're gonna need it throughout the day. You're gonna be, for the most part, if you're going to a K-pop concert, you'll probably be out there for a long time. So you want to make sure your phone stays charged. And this is the last, oh, it's not the last physical thing I'm going to show you, but this right here, this portable fan, I got this one from TikTok, but you can get these from like Amazon or anywhere, honestly, but I'll also link this. But this portable fan, I got this way too late in my concert game. I should have had this a long time ago, but this right here, it will change your life. Especially this summer, it's hot outside. These groups are having concerts outside. Some of them I'm going to see Stray Kids. And I'm nervous about how hot it's gonna be out there in the middle of summer. But having a portable fan will help you so much, even if you're inside. Like, you just get hot, and you need a portable fan. And I believe they have these on TikTok, maybe for like $2 and some change too, but if not, like, this is no more than $15. So get you a portable charger. The next thing I'm going to show you guys is kind of a hack too. Some of you might already do this, I don't know, but because the bag I showed you guys earlier is kind of small, if you want to get merch, a lot of the time they don't even give you a bag for your merch. And if you have general admission, or if you even if you don't have general admission, like, and you want to get a lot of merch, like, having to carry all of that and you already don't have a bag large enough for that is frustrating, having to walk around with all that. So what I do is I bring a plastic bag, or I bring a tote bag. And what you do, take the plastic bag and, like, don't have anything in it and put it into your bag you're bringing in there. And then once you get your merch, you can put your merch in that plastic bag. Or you can use a tote bag like I have started to do now. And basically what I did was just fold this tote bag up. And I had a jacket last time I did it, so I, like, tucked it in my skirt and the jacket was covering it. But once again, you could probably fold this up and put it into your clear bag as well. But if you think they might, like, say, no, you can't bring that, I just hide it in my clothes. I just, like, tuck it in the back of my skirt or whatever. Like, it kind of looks like it's a part of the outfit, or it looks like it's like a fan, not a fan, but like a flag or something, kind of, when I fold it up. So I say sneak you a tote bag in, or bring you a plastic bag in, bring it in empty, and then when you get all the merch that you have and stuff, you can put it inside the bag. So yeah, that's one hack. So for the next thing you need to know, being comfortable. Y'all, the platforms are cute, the heels are cute, and if you have a seat, it's even cuter. But if you're on that floor or somewhere, and honestly, even times if you're, like, in the 100s in a seat, like, people will be standing and you're probably gonna want to stand. Y'all, wear something that's comfortable for you, because if you don't, you honestly don't have to, but the shoes might come off. You might just be like, dang, I gotta take these shoes off. So, like, you want to be comfortable at concerts. And what I did at KCON, I had some platform boots, I brought them, and I also brought me a pair of slides for just in case, like, I couldn't take it. And of course I wasn't able to take it, and as soon as I got up in there, I came up out of those platform boots and I put those slides on. So with that being said, I highly suggest get you some comfortable flat boots. I'll link some of my favorite ones below, and also shoe inserts. Get you some like padded soles, like, to put in your shoe, and that'll make it a lot better. That's what I do, because I get my shoes from Shein, so, you know, like, comfortability isn't always, like, that's not something always guaranteed with Shein shoes. But if you get you something to insert into your shoes to make it better, like, trust me. So that's a tip right there. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is general admission lines. So if you don't know what general admission is, it's basically when you have a ticket but you don't have a seat. General admission tickets are, like, for the floor, and it's when everybody's just standing on the floor and there's no assigned seats. So I'm going to talk about what happens when you get numbered wristbands. So for ATs and NCT, I explained this in, like, my last video, talking about, like, send off and stuff like that. But basically, when you're doing general admission, if the venue is organized, they will have number wristbands. And what that means is they'll give you a time to get there in the morning, because a lot of these venues will say no camping, and some of them don't honor that. But I've been to a venue where some of them say no camping, but they do honor those campers. But some venues, they absolutely don't tolerate it. And so what you will do, basically, if you have general admission and your venue does number wristbands, they'll give you a time to get there in the morning, probably like 8 or something, and they'll tell you check-in starts at 9 or like 10, but you can start lining up at 8. You'll get there, they'll give you a wristband based off the number that you are in line, and then you'll be able to leave, and you'll just have to be back before the show starts. Or if your general admission ticket is also a VIP ticket, you'll have to be back there at a certain time so you don't miss sound check. But general admission with number wristbands, like, is so much better. I've been I've had general admission and VIP general admission where we don't have number wristbands. And what that means is unless you come with a friend or you ask people around you to hold your spot, you have to be out there all day. And that sucks. So it seems like a lot of venues are doing number wristbands moving forward. But like, yeah. So if you have a number wristband, you're able to leave and you can come back before the show, and you don't have to get out there at 6 in the morning with your full concert outfit on and have to stay out in the heat all day. You don't have to do that with general admission. So that's something for you to know if you have general admission. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna talk about is merch. So for a lot of concerts, they have different like schedules for merch. Some concerts, they'll have merch open up the day before the show in whatever city it's in, and you can come the day before and you can get your merch and not have to worry about getting it on the day of the show. But once again, they're always going to be selling it the day of the show, of course. And then some places they'll well, for some shows they'll have merch, say merch starts at 12 p.m. They'll have merch starting at 12 p.m. the day of the show, and you can get there and you can still get merch for the show before the show. And along with that, for a lot of concerts, there is merch that's dedicated, not specific merch, but there are merch stands and merch lines specifically dedicated to VIP. So if you have VIP, you'll get a chance to have like a separate merch line. But with that being said, if you're going to a concert and it's general admission and there's separate merch for VIP, you might not always get the chance to get that merch unless you are able to have your spot saved, or if you don't care about your spot. So for 127, VIP was able to enter and get merch early, but the problem was they didn't let us inside the venue until it was time for us to go straight down to the floor for sound check. So there was no time to actually buy the merch that was separated for VIP because we had to go straight down to the floor. So that's a thing, and that can happen. And also a lot of people, I feel like, might not, I mean, if you're into K-pop now and you like done your research on a few videos, you know that like getting merch isn't like, it's not a simple, oh, I want this, I can just walk up and get it all the time. You know that a lot of those people are waiting in line for hours, and y'all, it's true. You may be waiting in those lines for hours. It doesn't matter if they have the merch the day before the show, the day of the show, and they have separate lines for VIP. You can be waiting in those lines for a long time. But I just wanted to gloss over that really quickly. But yeah. But also another, it's not really a hack, but another tip, once you're inside the venue, they have more than one merch stand. So don't just stop at the one that's right there when you get in. Now, it depends on what time you get in, because after a certain amount of time has passed, like all the merch booths will be full. But I know when I went for J-Hope, after soundcheck was over and VIP went back up to get their merch, everyone crowded around this one. And then after, I was one of the first people in that first one, so it was okay. But after that, I walked around to the side and there was a whole nother merch thing and nobody was in line for it. Like literally maybe 10 people were at that one. And it's because everybody crowded to the first merch stand they saw. There's, for the most part, if you're going to a concert, especially for a bigger group, there are multiple merch stands. So don't just stop at the first one you see. Yeah, don't. If you have a general admission ticket and you're getting there early in the morning to get your wristband and then come back, and honestly, even if you're not getting a wristband, but you have like friends in line with you who can hold your spot, bring you a stool. You guys, I got this stool from like Burlington when I moved into my apartment, and it's for my apartment. But when I went to see NCT 127, I was like, why don't I just bring this stool so I don't have to stand up the whole time? Y'all, this was like $9. They had some for like $6 in Burlington. Bring a stool with you so you don't have to stand up all day. And then when you're done, when you get your wristband, you can take it and you can take it back to the car. But this is a great hack because I was sitting there comfortable. I had brought my laptop for NCT 127 because I was trying to like transfer photos off my phone. That brings me into another thing I gotta show y'all. But yeah, this stool was so helpful. So I'm glad I had the idea to do this. But yeah, bring you a stool if you can. Okay, another thing I want to recommend is a hard drive. If you're like me and you run out of storage, or I used to run out of storage a lot, you need to get you a hard drive. And I got this one from Amazon. I will link it, it'll be linked in my bio, but this was, I think this one was less than $25, I believe. But if not, there are ones that are less than $25. I think this one has 1 terabyte on it, maybe, but it still hasn't ran out of storage. And what I do is I hook this up to my laptop, and then I transfer everything. I hook my phone up to my laptop, and I transfer everything off my phone that I don't want on my phone, so I can have storage onto this right here. And yeah, one of the simplest things you can do. But another thing you can do, and I started doing this like maybe a year or two ago, I just pay for more iCloud storage. I pay for more iCloud storage, and it's honestly one of the best things I've ever done. Because for the most part, I don't have to worry about running out of storage now. Like, I think with iCloud, you have to make sure like your photos are like, you have to give it time to back up to iCloud. So like sometimes it'll tell me like you ran out of storage, but I'll look at my iCloud storage and it's like I have like so many gigabytes left. So that's not the case, but I think iCloud needs time to like get it like uploaded or something like that, so it may say that. But paying for storage, honestly, I pay for the highest one, which is $10 a month, because I get tired of running out of storage, and I don't have a new phone. I'm trying to get a new phone, but at the moment I don't, and I get tired of, honestly, sometimes I get tired of transferring stuff to this. So I was like, I'll just pay for the storage. And honestly, it's worth it for me. It's worth it for me. So that's something else you can do if you're worried about running out of storage. Okay, so now I'm gonna talk about freebies, because I know one of the biggest parts about K-pop concerts are the freebies. I've personally never made freebies, but I accept freebies, but I just never, y'all, I'm so last minute with everything with my outfits. Stray Kids is literally, next week is the only full week I have before the Stray Kids concert. I don't have an outfit, really. I really don't, but I'm very last minute. But for freebies, and I wanted to bring this up, I feel like most of you probably already know how they work. It's literally like people, they'll just hand out freebies, but I see a lot of people who say they're scared to like approach people for freebies and stuff like that. But if you see people handing out freebies at the concert, like I promise you, it's totally acceptable and okay to go up and ask if you can have one. And sometimes you don't even have to ask. Once you go up, they'll just be like, here you go. And a lot of people are really nice. They'll ask you who your bias is, and they'll give you a freebie based on that. One thing I will say is that sometimes it's not a good look when you get a freebie from somebody and then you look at it and you're like, I don't want this member. Can I have this member? Sometimes it can be okay to do that, because some people, you know, they want to give you like your certain bias. But basically what I go off of is if they ask me who my bias is to give me a freebie, then I tell them and I get my bias. But other than that, for the most part, like I take whatever they give me. A lot of these people, they have like a lot of freebies and they have to do a lot of digging to look for specific members. So just kind of read the situation and see if it's something you should ask for. But me personally, I don't ever ask for a certain member. I literally will take whatever you give me. Like it doesn't matter to me. But main thing I wanted to say is don't be shy to like ask for freebies or to go around and go up to people and try to get freebies. Like even if you don't have anything to give, because like I just said, I've never made freebies. And y'all, I've come home with loads of freebies. I don't go up to like every single person. I don't go up to every single person I see giving away freebies to get something. Like a lot of the times they'll just find you. But if they're not finding you, like it's okay for you to want to go up and get one. Like they don't expect everybody to make freebies. These people do it because they like giving them out. But I will say this as well. Some people do have certain freebies where they're like trade freebies. Like I've seen people, they get like really nice things made. So like some of them, they may only give you a freebie like if you trade a freebie with them. But I've seen like a lot of discourse about that as well. I personally, I haven't had that happen to me where I went up to somebody and they were only trading for freebies. But I've seen online that that's the case sometimes. So something else for y'all to know. And I think the last thing I want to talk about is making friends in line and just making friends at the concert in general. As I've mentioned on this channel before, I will go to a concert alone and I will absolutely go to a K-pop concert alone and not be worried in the slightest, because I've always managed to make friends with the people around me. And I'm so happy that I can say, like, people I met at concerts like 2-3 years ago now, we still talk to each other. We still talk to each other. A group announces a tour, I'm DMing them, they're DMing me. Like, you're going to Atlanta, you're going to so-and-so, okay, I'll see you there. And like, some people, like, even if I haven't talked to them since the last concert, we'll run into each other at the next concert. But never be worried about talking to people or like going to a show alone. Like, y'all can make friends at these concerts, and just like talking to people in line, like, I swear it's one of the best parts about K-pop concerts, seriously. And normally what I'll start with is like, oh, who's your bias? What song are you excited to see tonight? When did you start standing this group? And then, you know, after they answer those questions, like, and you might think the conversation is dying down a bit, that's when you're like, so do you like any other groups? And yeah, it's just so fun, because everybody's there for like the same reason, to see this group. You have a common interest that's like so fun. And just like the atmosphere and environment is just so fun and so much excitement. Like, people like to talk and people like to meet new people. Like, don't be scared to talk to people in line. Like, y'all, it's seriously one of the best parts about these K-pop concerts. And I've made like a lot of friends that way, and I highly recommend it. So don't be scared to talk to people around you or anybody at these concerts. Like, people love to talk. People love to meet new people. And like, all of us have experienced those times where you didn't have anybody to really talk to about K-pop for the most part. So like, trust me, people want to branch out, people want to meet new people. Like, it'll be a great experience. So I think that wraps up everything I wanted to say in this video. If you want to know more about concerts and how they go, I recommend checking out some of my vlogs, because I try to bring y'all through the day on like some of the vlogs on my channel. So check those out. If you have any other questions, please comment them below and I will respond. And yeah, a lot of shows coming up this summer. I'm going to see Stray Kids. I might be going to see JB. I'm probably going to see JB. And I'm going to see ATEs. And I'm also going to see Beyonce. It's not K-pop, but I'm going to see Beyonce. So yeah. And I don't know. I think that's all I got. That's all I got lined up for now. But comment, also let me know what concerts you're going to. Let me know what concerts you're going to. And if you're also going to see Stray Kids, let me know which stop. I'm going to be seeing them in Atlanta, of course. But I hope everybody has an amazing summer, an amazing time at their concerts. And thank you so much for watching this video.